What's going on, guys? So we had one trade today. It was on MTP, and it was pretty good. Now I did take too much size. That was probably my only mistake today, because when I was holding through this pullback here, I had 3,000 shares. Now we were at an average of like 80 cents. So most of the time in here, I was only down like 2, maybe 3 cents. So that was what is that, $90, I think. So that was okay. We did very, very quickly flash down to 73, and I was down like 200, almost 200 bucks. So I was getting really, really close to my max loss. So I didn't like that feeling, because I had massive conviction in this trade. I wanted to see it work out, and I wanted to be able to hold through something like that. So I don't know, that was the only problem here. So what I was doing was I was marking out the levels that I saw pre-market. So the pre-market level was 70. Excuse me. And yesterday was kind of the 74, 82 area. 82 was the high of yesterday. You can see again down here that that is the high. So I wanted to see how this reacted to these levels. Now, I bought in with the first 500 shares a little bit too early, and then when I went to full size, and I should have only done like 2,000 shares, I did it right here at this level, but really it came all the way down to this level. So I didn't know which one was going to act as support, but apparently it was this one. So if I could have changed one thing, it would just be the size. So other than that, hold on, let me change my song here. It was pretty good. So as we broke out of this wedge and we broke out of this support area, the volume started to pick up again right here as this broke out of this wedge here, and we broke out of this support. So boom, right up. I almost said boom, boom, boom. Into this halt here. We went up 17, whatever, 20% from around here. We got halted. And this was the key level I was trying to sell at. So I sold 2,500 shares, the bulk of the position, at 105, which is right under 107, which is the level I had marked from the daily. That's all you have to do, is you have to go back. Let me get rid of these lines now so you can see. Go back on the daily. So what is the next level? I'm thinking right in this halt here, we're at 97 cents. So we're pretty much right... We're above all of these levels right here. So I'm thinking the next one is in this area. If you go back, you go back, you go back. The next support or resistance area is right in here. So 106, 107, and 109. So I said, just to be safe, now this made it up to 109, but just to be safe, I'm going to put my orders out at... oh my god, this is me trying to sell into that halt. Anyways, it's not there, but my order was at 105. I typed it in right out of the halt, like immediately out of the halt. I got filled. And then I tried to sell some on the way down here, like the last 500 shares. It didn't get filled because it was a limit order, and then we boom straight down into a halt. So my average was like right here, somewhere in here. So I went to break even, and then as we came back up, I was just selling in increments. I was selling 100, 200, 100, 100, just kind of as we came up past this halt level. I just wanted out of the trade at that point. I thought that the last 500 shares could potentially make a move up to here, which is 180, or just like, you know, maybe one more halt, and then I'll sell a couple hundred shares out of that halt or something. I don't know. It's always good to hold on to a little bit of your position, because we were also above the 200 moving average at 102 at that point. So that didn't happen. That's fine. Now let me show you guys something. I am gonna make a video on this on the weekend, but for now I'll just show you what I saw for. So if you type in SEC Filings into Google, you go to the SEC.gov company filings, you type in MTP. So all we have in here are 6Ks. So the point in here is that there's only 6Ks. There's nothing in here that would suggest that they're gonna offer investor, you know, a bunch of shares that they can then go and sell on the market. So within these 6Ks, it's usually just like a press release, a media release, nothing really of much substance. They're obligated to release the filing within the SEC that they've done it. So for the past 3 years, 2 years, there's been no indication, no suggestion, nothing that they're going to do an offering. Now that's not the case for all stocks, and again I'm going to do something on the weekend about that, because for example the other day when I traded TTNP, there's stuff in here that you looked for. An S1 is something that within it they say that they're going to offer shares. They're going to do an offering. And then the effect, you know, the effect came on the same day. That means that that person or entity, whatever they sold the shares to, are now allowed to start selling. So that's why TTNP, oh, it's already open. TTNP, oh god. That's why TTNP the other day, you know, this strategy didn't work. We had our levels pre-market. You know, there's very clear levels here, whether like wherever you want to draw them. And it just sold off. You know, we were up from $1.49 to $2.60. Nothing too crazy, but from that, it just sold off, because someone had, you know, a couple 100,000 or 1 million shares available to just hit the sell button. 500 shares, 1,000. They could just sell all day to raise money. So anyways, I'm gonna go over that on the weekend, but until then I'm just gonna keep trying to trade smart. I haven't touched anything else today. Nothing actually moved other than MTP. I mean, MTP went MTP went friggin' nuts from yesterday. What, 12 cents up to $1.07, $1.08 or $1.09. We're up 800%, 700% at high of day. Even right now we're still up 600% from yesterday, so that's pretty crazy. Is there anything else I wanted to say today? Is there anything else? I think that's it. Yeah, so I'm gonna write in my trading journal or whatever that just because the stock is worth less doesn't mean I can take, you know, way more shares than I'm used to. So even if I had just 1,000 shares and I took them right in here, the most I would have been down is $100 or something, and most of the time I would have just been down $40. And if I had sold at my target, I would have been up 84 to probably like 240, 230 or somewhere in there, if I'd have just sold the whole thing. So that still would have been a better trade, or the same trade. I just would have respected my risk a bit more, because when I go back to only risking $100 per trade rather than 150 or 200 closer to on this trade, then it'll make more sense when I have winners that are smaller and losers that are smaller. So anyways, with that, we'll see you later.